Side.
Spurs is missing out on the game and Yasir is coming.
All the best, Duel.
Thank you, cheers.
Right, so the news is that Bousher Busters have won the toss and they have decided to bat first.
Bousher Busters winning the toss and choosing to bat first. And out come the two umpires. Mr. Zaman and Mr. Mujahid. Two very experienced umpires. And let's have a look at the two teams as well. Bousher Busters are sporting this 11. Come the big game. Abdul Rauf, Adnan Suleri, Asif Khan, Bilal Mohammad, Fawad Ali, Hamad Ifraq, Mehdi Hassan, Prithvi Machi, the skipper, Shubhopal, Sid Mehta and Sufyan Mahmood. And for Amerat Royals, we have Akshay Patel, Bilal Khan, Hemal Tandil, the captain Karan Sonavle, Manish Rawat makes it to the side today, Mehran Khan's in there, Pratik Athavle the keeper, Rafiullah, Utkarsh Sahu, Vinayak Shukla and Yasir Ali. Asif Khan's come out to bat, will open the batting as he so often does for Bousher Busters. Oh, he's in tremendous touch. That strike rate is also translating that, isn't it? 171.07. 207 runs in the 7 games that he's played. He's into his 8th now. Rauf, he's another destructive batter. 215.87 that strike rate. Interestingly, he's yet to get a half century in this format of the game, but I really feel it's not far away if he continues to bat in the form that he is in. Bilal Khan, a skiddy customer. Economy of 8.
Left arm over for you. Left arm over.
Left arm over, suggests Zaman. Our umpire, we're all set for the first ball. Play has been called. It is going to be Bilal Khan steaming into Rauf. Into swing right away. There was an appeal. An appeal might probably be to throw off the umpire. He is unmoved. But there's got to be something for Bilal to be interested in there. That was definitely nothing on it. First run on the board, that too in the form of an extra. Swinging away. Even Bilal knew there was no bat involved there. Bilal's generating power, Bilal's generating pace, and he seems to follow the batter today. Rauf was more concerned about getting back into the crease because Bilal, as you know, has a good throwing arm and can be very quick. Once he collects the ball, he would have easily thrown it onto the stumps as well. The lights are coming on. Oh, late swing to be seen. This is going to be an exciting over. Nonetheless, Rauf has picked up a single and is off the mark. Late swing. That late swing is what troubles the batters. Bilal to Asif for the first time. 4 men inside the circle on the off. The third man in place. Fine legs inside the circle. Mid wicket at the edge of the circle. And so is mid on. He's found the gap. Will get that single. Over. That misfield will grant another run. So 2 runs for Asif. Initially went for a single which was supposed to be a little tight and then realized he can go for 2 without a challenge being presented. Asif Khan's opened the account, and I have Mikhail Vaswani alongside me in the comm box. Very warm welcome, Mikhail. Late swing on offer for Bilal.
Good evening, Suhas. Yes, late swing. He's brought it so much in this tournament. He brings so much to the table as well, Bilal Khan. But he's up against one of the most formidable opening pairs in the fan code Oman D10. This man, Asif, 5 sixes or 1 over against the Kuwait Warriors.
Oh yes, he's in tremendous touch. The boundary riders are allowed to be only 2 in the first 2 overs. One of them is a deep square leg. He's furious with himself. Asif is thinking as that particular ball as a run scoring opportunity, not any run scoring opportunity, but a maximum. End of the over, 4 of it. Bousher Busters, 4 for no loss after 1.
One leg दिखेगा. Covering leg.
Hamilton Dale. Oh, what a good cricketer he has been for Amerat Royals. Mikhail, he's impressed one and all because he bowls in difficult situations and delivers.
Oh yes, Hemal Tandale, Hasnain Ali. We've seen pacers who've played second fiddle to their senior pros with the new ball, but they made an impact as well. And he's got the ball to move and generated some pace as well.
He's sitting deep inside the crease to play this shot. If a shot had 8, reward him 8. This has gone a mile.
Playing across the line there, off. He missed out in the last game, was out very first ball, but this time deep in his crease, stand and deliver. You really can't call it the conventional pull, but because the surface is so even and so true, sometimes you end up playing tennis ball cricket as well.
Once upon a time in cricket, we used to rely on the people on the stands and not underneath it. Here we are sending troops to chase the ball under the seats.
And guess who's going to retrieve it? Someone who will be hitting it all over there as well, Akshay Kumar Patel.
So you mean to say he's gone for recce?
Quite literally, yes. Which are the areas I can target? Shoaib Khan had a little bit of a niggle on his shoulder. I just spoke to one of his teammates. He's recovered well. And finally, that and finally moment each time the leather hunt has begun and finally retrieved. KP.
Kashyap Kumar Prajapati. He's hurt on his elbow as well. Now Kashyap Kumar Prajapati, Jatinder Singh, and of course Shoaib Khan that you just mentioned. These are men that Oman as a country want to recover very, very quickly because they need their services. Lots of cricket lined up, first in Dubai and later on they'll also go to the United States. There's a very good delivery meanwhile. Just get a feeling that he was going at it with hard hands.
The concern for Bousher Busters, we'll take a look at the field quickly. There are 3 fielders inside the 30-yard circle. A deep square leg in position over there. And one at third man. Remember, it's the power play, so only 2 fielders are allowed outside the circle. Now third man's coming up and mid-off is moving to long off. That's because they realize that Asif and Rauf will not miss out on scoring opportunities.
He's a little wide long off as well. Oh, he's missed out on a pretty good ball to be smashed away. Time and again we talk about the low full toss being the most difficult to hit. Asif and Rauf, both of them would be waiting for it this time around though.
Rauf trying to overhit this one. Sometimes when you try to hit the ball too hard and not playing through the line, just playing across it at the moment. The concern for Bousher Busters is once they lose their top 3 wickets, the depth is exposed most times.
It's an interesting point that you just brought up. Oh, what a shot! No one move. And he'll do this as well. Now the low full tosses have an answer as far as Rauf is concerned. It's been added to the syllabus.
Oh yes, and that's why Tandil will have to be very careful when he's playing Rauf or Asif, because they are so severe on the loose deliveries. This was full outside off and in the gap. It was in the air for a while, but in safe region. 4 runs here. Bousher Busters are finding a move on.
Such a talented cricketer, Rauf, and he never lets you get settled as a bowler as well. One, he'll hit you behind the wicket, one in front of it. He's just exploring different areas of run scoring. This in his textbook should have travelled to the fence. Hamilton Dale knows that he's lucky.
Yes, Amerat Royals as well have a lot of batting power, let me tell you. But each time we look at something in the present, we go back in the past, Suhas. Again, without drawing comparisons, just looking at the frames of both the batters. Both very similar batting approach, batting style. In stature and size, it takes me back to a time in Indian cricket when 2 openers had a similar frame and size.
Sachin and Sehwag.
Exactly. Very hard to decipher who was batting at one point in time.
Sehwag was once interestingly asked, and that's ITW Prodigy Production. Thanks to them, you see these live pictures of this wonderful cricket match. Oh, well, the sound it made was okay, but the distance it makes is not okay. Cannot believe it there, Asif. His bat has disobeyed him, and perhaps for the first time in 3 games.
Oh yes, and this is a very big wicket, not just for Amerat Royals, but also for the Bousher Busters. They would have wanted him in the middle, got the toe end of the bat. The fielder was deployed at long on for the miss hit, and it has worked as Asif falls for the trap. A little bit of a juggle, but taken comfortably in the end. Danger man Asif has to walk back for 2 in this very important encounter. 2 gone, it's 14 for 1.
Leg stump.
2 overs gone, 14 for 1. The experienced Adnan's walked in. And right away he's looking at the gaps. He doesn't look at the fielders, does he?
Bowling change, new bowler.
143.24 that strike rate.
Let him over for you.
And what that little stat doesn't suggest is that sometimes he doesn't carry a bat in hand. He carries a sledgehammer. Loves to go straight down the ground and clears more often than not.
Who says T10 cricket is a youngster's game? Take a look at his strike rate.
And the man with the ball in hand, he himself is such a big hitter when he has the bat. For the moment, his services are required with leather and not willow. First ball for Rafiullah. 2 overs, 14 for 1. Bousher Busters, and it's a slower delivery. Adnan, wasting no time, gets going.
Fresh from a hat-trick a couple of games ago. Rafiullah, he's missed out with the bat. All right.
Well, what was that? Now, the most difficult part of playing or practicing in that ground is to know which game you're a part of. There's simultaneously at least 3 games going on at the same time. And not just that, can you see equal goalposts?
And the attire and jerseys as well, very similar. So you really don't know who your teammate is and who your opponent. Slower delivery pull towards the square leg region for a single. It reminds me of the Azad Maidan of the Shivaji Park. Back home in Mumbai, multiple cricket matches happening and the ball flying around from all parts of the ground.
Yeah, very soon you'd want to see cricket happening in a similar fashion as well.
Almost a goal.
It's going to be a commentator's nightmare, I think. Or, because of the telephoto lens as well, I think there are 2 grounds that we see in a manner that is compressed. So we get to see this as one particular ground and different frames called goalposts. Or once that single. This is excellent cricket. This is good cricket all around, in fact. Took a juggling catch and now has stopped pretty well.
Oh yes, rebuilding phase here for Bousher, but not much time to get into that. Yasser with that catch early on. Once again bringing in all the utility that he has. Very good outing so far for the Amerat Royals.
Bousher Busters deciding to bat first there and have managed 17 on the board for the loss of 1 in 2.3. 3 singles of the first 3 balls. Got to say, Rafiullah started off well. Slower delivery, but he's got protection there in the shape of Hamilton Dale. It's one of the go-to shots for Rauf, isn't it? That swivel, especially with third man inside the circle, or fine leg inside the circle, rather. But now fine leg's been sent back.
And that's why I felt maybe Rafiullah was bowling into his strengths by bowling those off-cutters. Because if he misses that length or that line, it is getting dispatched over backward square leg.
Now, as far as Adnan's concerned, fine legs inside the circle for him. It was only for Rauf because they've done their homework, Amerat Royals. Throws his bat at it. And third man's also slightly wide. Adnan's favourite areas are being plugged here. He's got to explore new areas of scoring runs.
I'll tell you, this is not a bad ploy by Rafiullah. He's conceded 5 singles, and if I'm not mistaken, 4 of them have come out of slow deliveries. Sometimes you can get too predictable, but on this surface, if you can make those calculated decisions and get in your slow off-cutters, it's not a bad ploy.
Ooh, late swing and offer. This is fantastic work from the man with the gloves in hand. Diving towards his light like a jaguar. And he's done really well. 3 overs gone, 19 for 1.
Covering leg. Coming right arm over to you.
3 overs gone, 19 for 1. Yeah, artificial lights are taking effect now, and there's going to be an interesting phase of play for the batters as well. They've got to adjust to this light as the sun bids goodbye, only with the promise of returning tomorrow.
This is the perfect hour for a director as well. He enjoys the sun setting and the artificial lights turning on, and we like bringing it to you as well on television.
Misfield. We're talking about the batters finding it difficult to spot the ball. They're middling it all right. It's the fielders now.
And it's their captain, Karan Sunavle.
He's got to set a better example for sure.
Yeah, an odd moment for him. Otherwise, he's a very fine fielder, very good batter, and a very good mind as well. He's marshalled his troops exceptionally well. This one getting the top end of the bat. Keep your eyes on the ball, the coach would say.
It's a very interesting trigger moment that Adnan's got, covering the off stump. That is straight as an arrow. And it's got "go fetch that" written all over it. Long gone and long off will just look at each other, because one of them has got to retrieve it. There's no chance they were in business.
You're talking about Adnan just moving in his crease and coming across the off stump before the ball was delivered. Similar intent shown by Rauf. Pitched up once again, gets in line, plays it over the bowler's head, dispatches it towards the side screen. Fetching maximum, very good cricket.
He's got this very Sehwag-like gait as well. Look at him wait.
We are not comparing anyone to anyone here. We're coming with a disclaimer.
He's striking it well. Yasir in the deep will keep it down to a single.
Out.
27 for 1 in the 4th over. Adnan Ilyas.
I'd really like you to take a look at his trigger movement. Standing outside off, plonking his front foot just wide, plonking his back foot on the off stump. What is he trying to do? Is he trying to expose the area on the leg side? Is he trying to open his chest a little bit more?
In T10 cricket, the approach is pretty Understandable. You're trying to find the big hits. We'll take a look at the fielder deployed for that trigger moment and that miscue as well. At cow corner, you can see one in position and one in long on as well. It's for that trigger moment, just as you spoke about it, and just where he hits it. Oh!
Well, you can place all 11 fielders if you want over there, but if none of them are going to take it, then it's going to travel for 4. Adnan's going to believe that the fielders are just imposters now.
What should have been 1 ends up being 4. Well, Yasir, the ball has followed him today. He's taken a juggling catch. He's thrown himself and stopped a few 4s, and he's let one go as well.
You got to like Hamilton Dale. Despite being disappointed, he quietly asks the fielder, Yasir, you deployed there for a reason, aren't you? Alright, little swing on offer. Something Hamilton Dale wants more of. Swing. Will pick up a single this time around the offside. 4 overs gone, 32 for 1, Bousher Busters.
Floating power play. Floating power play. इधर नहीं ऊपर ऊपर बिल्ली भाई कौन दो
It's a fabulous evening out here at the Oman Cricket Academy. We have 2 matches being played in Turf 1 and Turf 2. The Women's GCC T20 Championship as the Oman D10 unfurls itself right in the center of the Oman Cricket Academy.
left arm around.
And let's keep that flag flying high. What a tournament this has turned out to be. SkyExchange.net presents fan code Oman D10. And what a bowler he has turned out to be for his side. Gave away 3 in the first over. And as always, gave away a lot of stares at the batter.
Yes, I've rarely seen a pacer get that new ball right underneath the bat in the very first ball he's bowling.
Is there late swing on offer? It's the 5th over. Target are still the batter's legs. You ask Bilal Khan, he'll tell you, sometimes I don't even see the batter, I only see the boots.
And you wake him up at 3 in the morning and ask him to bowl that delivery and he'll say, for sure, I'll get that done.
I'll tell you what, with the scheduling, that's not far away. That's what you told me.
A lot of cricket lined up here in this part of the world, particularly for Oman cricket. Exciting times, almost into the qualification phase for the 2023 ODI World Cup in India. They could well and truly be on that flight as well.
Oh, absolutely, and this man can perhaps get a business class ticket so that he can have more space for the legs. That's what usually happens as well when India travel too. Whoever gets the business class tickets, it's an unwritten rule to exchange it with the pacers because they have longer legs.
Oh yes, that's a good enough point you made. I'm just thinking, should I be shifting and becoming a bowler now for all the tickets and flights that I need to take?
Not a bad idea.
Well, we've enjoyed bringing you the Oman D10 2022. It's been an absolute spectacle and extravaganza, and we are all set for the finale as well tomorrow. He gets it right underneath the bat once again. Very, very good bowling. Bilal Khan, let me tell you, he is a captain's bowler, a go-to man.
Two runs of the first 3 balls. What a fantastic start this one is for Amerat Royals. Bilal Khan doesn't disappoint, but he's been brought back into the attack with only one motive: pick up the wicket. The single was an afterthought. That could have been concerning if they were back up on either side. Keeper was still getting there, and the fielder was a little iffy of throwing directly.
Not a bad introduction of Bilal Khan at this phase of the game. Let's take a look at this once again. The non-striker backed up way too much. Adnan was taking time to decide on whether that was a run. They completed comfortably. Very good over right now. Only 3 runs. What they've done is they've just put some more pressure on the batting side with this over.
Rauf even more so because Adnan's going almost run a ball. And 10 is a lot of balls in this format. 21 of 14 there, Rauf now absorbing more pressure. Full toss, didn't try to hit it hard. Just caressing it and trusting that the outfield will be his friend. Rauf gets a boundary and a much needed boundary. Bilal makes his first mistake in the over and has to pay.
You run the risk of bowling it full when you try to get that underneath the bat. Those low full tosses sometimes cannot have that height. This time just pushing at it over the infield, keeping it simple. Minimum risk, maximum runs here for Rauf. Much needed for just when things were looking difficult for Bousher Busters. They get that boundary.
You tend to know that after a boundary being hit away, that's when Bilal Khan's the most effective and lethal. That Yorker was always coming in. He's got bat to ball. Rafiullah is one of the best recruits when it comes to long on. He'll give you that extra inches as well when he's trying to catch something which is high. 5 overs gone, 40 for 1.
मैं जा रहा हूँ उधर ये फौजी इधर quick quick आजा ऊपर आ कवर जा quick please रॉफ ग्लव्स छोड़ के गया ओए ग्लव्स को लेके जाओ आधा सामान किसके लिए छोड़ के जाओगे Copy, yeah. Oh, Sahu. मुझे लगा बोल रहे Sahu. Ball coming left arm around to you. Bilal bhai.
Sahu, Utkarsh Sahu has been drafted into the bowling.
Bold, Sahu.
At the halfway stage, Bousher Busters have not had the freedom to play the kind of hits they would have wanted to. 41 for 1, giving me company in the comp box. Ashok Purohit. Ashok, very good evening.
Very good evening, Mikhail. A slow start for Bousher Busters, but Adnan and Rauf can expedite things here.
That misses everything. The batter, the wicketkeeper, the stumps, but does not miss the boundary. 4 free runs. Utkarsh Sahu knows he could have almost got a wicket as well. But Adnan had to do something different. That's because the pressure is piling on the batting side.
But it's those runs which matter, whether it's miss or hit, runs that count, and they got the valuable 4 runs as buys.
Never easy for the wicketkeeper when he's blinded by a switch hit. But he had to stay down this time around and get body behind it.
This time Adnan comes down the pitch.
Bold, Sahu.
Doesn't go for a big hit. Just places it for a quiet
lovely,
single.
Lovely, Sahu.
He knows that Rauf is in a good form. Has hit some boundaries, some maximums, 17. Balls 27. So he's giving the strike to the person in form.
Goes big this time. Has he middled it? Does not quite it. Yes, he has. For a brief moment, it looked the fielder was coming underneath that one. Didn't look like a convincing hit, but he's got enough bat on that. Picked the length very early. Went onto the back foot of his, swiveled, and got that over mid-wicket. And the ball today has only been following Yasir.
Absolutely, and that's the reason why Adnan wanted Rauf to be on the strike. This is the reason. He took his time, connected it very well, and out goes for a maximum. Wonderful hitting. This time he again goes for it, top edges it, and it runs behind the wicketkeeper for a single.
Well, Rauf has decided that he'll be throwing his bat at practically everything from here on.
Sahu.
A little under 30 deliveries left now. Utkarsh Sahu has already conceded. Goes big Adnan this time, a one-handed bottom hand impact over there.
That's the reason why he couldn't get it in the meat of the bat. Just a single. 54 for 1 at the end of 6 overs.
Number 1313. 1313. Bowling change.
Beautiful evening. Outskirts of Muscat, Amerat.
Ashok has taken us for quite a few
Changing bowling.
drives on these wonderful
New bowler.
roads
Bowler
across the
number 8
mountains. Ashok, thank you very much.
They are beautiful indeed, isn't it, Mikhail?
Indeed, we enjoyed the cricket, the warmth as well, and the hospitality. This man, Mehran Khan, will have to enjoy his evening with the ball. That's because for the last few matches, he's conceded way too many for comfort. 3 wickets only for him. That economy has been a problem. He comes in from the Oman LNG end.
This time goes for a big one. Does Adnan connect it well? No, and that's a good catch taken by Rafiullah. A simple catch finally. Sees the back of Adnan. Adnan knew he could have done better. Disappointment written on his face. You see how it is.
The bowling change has worked. Mehran strikes in his very first delivery. Adnan didn't get the distance on this. And Rafiullah, he's a safe pair of hands. Made it look very easy and completed formalities. Adnan will have to depart. He didn't quite middle the ball today. A run a ball 13. It's 54 for 2 in the 7th.
Five balls.
Mehran strikes in his very first delivery, in his very first spell. He's had a mixed bag. On days he's gone for runs, on days he's got wickets in 2 wickets in an over.
But he tends to break partnership. This time Rauf coming down the pitch. Doesn't connect it well.
Relax.
Just a single. So Mehran getting a wicket of the very first ball and then conceding only a single.
Yes, Rauf's presence in the next few overs will decide the total they get to Bousher Busters. The change in batting personnel. Hamad has walked into bat. Usually it was Sufia Mahmood. Goes big this time, gets a top edge on this one. This should be another simple catch and it's been taken by the captain, Karan Sonavle. Hamad never got underneath that one. Karan knows that they've got another very important wicket. Problems plenty here for Bousher. They're not getting the runs, but they're losing wickets.
So Mehran striking again. Second wicket of his third ball. This time can't connect it properly. Safe pair of hands there. So that's the end of a very short innings for Hamad. Goes for a golden duck. Caught Karan Sonawale, bowled Mehran. 55 for 3. Ataullah Rauf, a lot will depend on him where Bousher Busters reach if he stays till the end. He's been in terrific form. Mehran high on confidence. 2 wickets already in his kitty. That's a good run. But a very tidy over from Mehran Khan.
And it's a catch-22 situation here for Bousher Busters. Once again, we'll take a look at that wicket. Looking to play across the line. Was looking at the mid-wicket region, got a top edge and hold out to the fielder at covers, Karan Sonavle. And in comes the all-rounder Sufyan. Striker at 122, has not got much of batting in this tournament. He's batted low down that batting order. Promoted in a few games. 43 for him, only 2 sixes. The approach of Bousher Busters from here on will be very important. They're losing wickets, they need to get the runs. They don't have too much depth in their batting. And they're up against a very good fielding side. Sweeper cover comes into point region and there is a deep mid wicket and a deep square leg and a long on in position.
Yes, plays a safe shot there, picks up the single. And what's important for Sufyan is to change the ends, give more of strike to Rauf, who looks to be the man who can take them to the 3-digit mark. 21 balls, 36 runs. If he stays till the end, then Bousher Busters can think of something around 100 plus.
Yes, that also looks impossible at the moment. That's because when you have bowling figures like 2 for 3 in 0.5, goes big this time. Rough, he's not middled it. Rafiullah coming underneath it. Should be another catch, and it is 3 wickets for Mehran in 1 over. And he's dismissed 3 well-set batsmen as well. Very fine piece of bowling. It's all about consistency, line and length, and he's stuck to the basics.
Absolutely, some terrific bowling from Mehran Khan. It's a dream spell for any bowler, picking up 3 wickets, 57 for 4 after 7 overs. Bousher Busters. This is the replay. He went big. He knew he had to go for quick runs. Couldn't connect it very well. Got the elevation, but not the distance, and that's a safe pair of hands in Rafiullah's. Rauf, Abdul Rauf going out for 36 of 22, 3 sixes and 2 fours. Bousher Busters 57 for 4. Fans and players, Ayan Khan, Nestor Damba, the bowling coach, and the hard-working Musa for Oman Cricket. Enjoying a good smile there, enjoying the action. They realize they are on the big screen.
18 legal deliveries left. How much can they get? Even if they double it, they'll not get to 90. They'll not get to 100, beg your pardon.
Good ball to start.
Manish. Lovely, lovely.
Manish keeps the batters
Good
quiet.
bowling.
And these singles are never going to trouble Amerat Royals.
2 new batters in the middle. Shubhapal has really not lit this tournament with his batting pyrotechnics. He's had a strike rate of 132, but only 33 runs in the 5 games with just a solitary 6. Can he get a few today? They need to touch 100 to put pressure on the bowling side.
Yes, Shubhapal has been excellent in the ground. Fielding has been terrific.
Ow!
This time beaten.
A
A nice ball from Manish. Goes for the cut, misses it.
Well, that front foot
Shaba
refuses
Manish,
to
Shaba
move. Didn't
Manish.
quite get to the pitch of the ball. It was stuck in the crease. The problem here is the depth I keep talking to you about. Who will get them that impetus towards the end?
This time he goes for a cheeky shot, beats the fielder, and it's racing to the boundary. A much needed boundary there. A cheeky shot. Execution was very good for Shubhapal, and that brings them crucial 4 runs.
Execution good for Subhapal, but not for the fielder at short fine leg. That should have been stopped. A very, very casual effort. He thought he was getting there in time, but that ball kept leaving him as it passed to that fine leg boundary. The Shubhapal is off the mark with a 4.
And he plays it. The ball is in the air for quite some time, but lands in no man's land. Fielded well for a single. Fans coming in. A good wave. They know they are on the big screen. Yes, we have seen you. Thank you for supporting cricket.
Sufyan will have to decide what's the plan going forward, because Shubha does not look like in the zone to hit the big hits. Everything depends on how Sufyan handles it. Oh, he's not been able to get underneath this one. This has gone high up in the air as well. Oh, almost a catch. A very good effort by Akshay Kumar Patel. He had to cover a lot of ground to get underneath that one. Almost caught it. I'll tell you what, Amerat Royals this evening have been brilliant in the field.
This would have been a stunner. One of the best catches we would have seen had he held on. He did get a hand to it. Oh, but what an attempt. What a try. Well done.
He did get there, Ashok. He did everything to get underneath that. After doing all the effort, when you put it down, it hurts more.
Absolutely. Akshay would have realized that. Trying something cheeky once again. But end of the over. 65 for 4.
Continue. Over.
Bousher Busters, Abdul Rauf, top scorer, 22 balls, 36. Adnan Soleri, 13 of 14.
The problem with the batting is that the captain Prithvi Machi, who opened for the large part of the tournament, is dropped to number 6. That's the problem. We'll take a look at the bowling card. Bilal Khan, as always, very impressive. 11 runs on his 2 overs, best in economy. But the man of the moment, Mehran Khan, 3 for 3 in 1 over. He came and completely turned things around in favour of the Amerat Royals.
He'll be high on confidence after picking up 3 of 3. This time he almost got his 4th one and he's been given out. A loud appeal for a leg before and Mehran Khan picks up his 4th wicket. Shubha Paul has to depart.
And I'll tell you what, Shubho is not happy. He believes he got an inside edge. He's indicating that to his partner as well on his way back to the dugout. But that was a very strong appeal. He's still walking back in disagreement and a right smile as well. Mehran is happy. This is his 4th wicket. We'll take a close look at this. Once again, stump to stump. That's Mehran's strength. Did he get an inside edge on that? He believes, yes, he did. The bowler says no. Empire feels, you're right, Mehran Khan. Shubho has to depart for 6. It's 65 for 5 in the 9th over.
Leg stick.
Fawad Ali, the new batter.
Left arm
Mehran Khan on fire
Right arm.
with his
Right arm around.
neat bowling. Fawad Ali, the left-hand batter, would need to play some big hits here.
Ashok, where is Prithvi Machi?
Surprising. He has not come. This would have been another one. A fifer for Mehran. He's unlucky there. Fawad Ali almost chops it on his wickets, but manages to get a boundary.
I'll tell you what, Mehran Khan is enjoying himself in the middle, and at the moment he does not mind exchanging a few words with the batter as well. He's riding on a sea of confidence. This could have easily been wicket number 5. Just missed that off stump by a whisker. We are seeing it all happen here and pan out in favour of Mehran at the moment.
What a bowling spell. 4 wickets for 7. This time a slow ball would just get a single. So Mehran not giving anything to the batters.
At a time when we've seen some of the best pacers being taken to all parts of the ground, Mehran comes with the gentle medium pacers and says, I'm just keeping to my basics, and in the process I've got my 4 wickets.
His accuracy has been the key. A dejected leg out. This time goes straight. Sufyan. Fielder fails to stop it, and that's a boundary. Much needed boundary again for Bousher Busters.
Boundary.
That was a nice hit from Sufyan. Got to the pitch, drove it straight.
Goes down the ground this time, Sufyan. He's left with no option. He's losing wickets at the other end. He's now into the tail as well, partnering them. This was pitched up in the slot. Instead of going for the big, he goes down the ground along the carpet. And it had enough legs to get to the boundary as well. Bilal, no way close to getting that.
He can sport a smile there. This time goes for a big one. Has he connected it well? No. A fielder, Rafiullah, there to stop the boundary. Just a single for Sufyan.
A much better over here for Bousher Busters. They've already got 10. They lost the wicket of Shubhopal. Mehran Khan has had a wonderful outing this evening. Long on, mid-wicket, deep square leg, long off, sweeper cover. 3 inside the circle on the off for Sufyan. Oh, he's got him. Fifer for Mehran Khan. He's rewarded for his accuracy. He's rewarded for just keeping it straight. This time Fawad going for the big glory hit, but misses out, and Mehran castles him to get his 5th wicket.
What a bowling spell from Mehran Khan. One of the best we have seen in this whole tournament. A 5-wicket haul, a fiver. He gives the thumbs up, acknowledges the fans. This is excellent bowling from Mehran Khan. Gets it right, pitches it very well. Fawad going for a wild heave. Misses the line and is castled. Fawad Ali goes for 5. Mehran picks up 5. 75 for 6 after 9 Bousher busters.
Bad. Bad.
Pinu Matthews, the manager, happy manager, can sport a smile there for Amerat Royals. Rafiullah coming to bowl the last over. Mikhail, we saw a record. Mehran picking up 5, the first fifer of the tournament.
Picked up this time. Oh, it's been dropped. It should have been taken. He came underneath that one as well. Another catch goes a begging. This time Captain Karan Sanavle puts one down. Rafiullah for a moment thought that he had had his man.
Yes, indeed. He almost had. Except that Karan Sonawale grasped it at the last moment. He got under the ball, and obviously the momentum of his running may have led to the spill. This time goes for a wild hawk. Misses it.
What an evening Mehran Khan has had. And the Amerat Royals are all over Bousher busters.
So here's the record-breaking 5th wicket for Mehran Khan. The first time in the D10 tournament we had a bowler pick up 5, a record that will go in the name of Mehran Khan. 5-wicket haul. What a terrific spell.
That's gone high up in the air. He didn't get underneath that one. Pratik Athavale coming and taking a very fine catch. Wickets falling in a heap. Bousher busters are falling apart. This time Sufyan tried to hit that over the mid-wicket region. Got a top edge. And Pratik will not miss those. The problem here is the procession in the Bousher busters batting. No one has come out there and played an innings that could be of any worthy mention.
This has been excellent bowling from Amerat Royals. Rafiullah picking up from where Mehran Khan left. And a very good running catch from wicket-keeper Pratik. Sufyan has to go back after the dismissal. 12 runs for 8. Caught Pratik, bowled Rafiullah. Bousher busters 79 for 7. Rafiullah steaming in, and finally we have this pick. This would have been another wicket, and there's a chance of a run out had Rafiullah hit the stumps at the non-striker's end. They are running for the second one, so there's a bit of chaos on the pitch. Finally the skipper coming in, Prithvi Machi, Mikhail.
Well, and he's welcomed by an absolute brute of a delivery. Hit on the visor, in no position to play that pull shot. And it's reality hitting him hard. He's unaware of where the ball is. His partner has backed up. He's scampering for that first run. Misses the target. And they get another run. And Prithvi is back on strike.
He goes for an inside out. Goes straight to the fielder. There's no one dropping this one. And Rafiullah picks up his second. Prithvi came and he has to go back. Didn't spend much of a time. So the procession continues for Bousher busters. 81 for 8.
And I'll tell you what, for the very first time, I'm seeing someone dismiss 0 in 2 deliveries. Another very soft dismissal here for Prithvi Machi. Never in position to improvise over the covers. He walks back without making any impression in the middle. He's out for 0 in 2 deliveries. 1 delivery left. It's 81 for 8.
Last ball of the innings coming up. Bilal to face the strike. Bilal Mohammad Shah. Rafiullah. Bowls a good ball, and this time Bilal goes for a big one. Has he connected it well? We need to see the fielder coming in, and it's a very good catch there. Very good catch. So Bilal Mohammad has to depart. Final ball of the innings. Bousher Buster wrap up the innings for 81 for 9.
And what a catch Hemal Tandil has taken. That ball was hit so high. They're all friends, remember. They're all vying for a place in the Oman national team. And in this domestic competition, they are friends as well as foes on the field. But just going back to that catch, it was hit very high. And sometimes when the ball is hit high, it swerves in the air and it's very difficult to judge, especially when you're running underneath it. And look at the balance and the judgment over there. Hemal Tandil has plucked a blinder.
Absolutely. And with the lights on, artificial lights on, it's always been going to be a difficult one. So Bousher Busters finishing the innings 81 for 9. Abdul Rauf caught Rafiullah bowled Mehran, 36 the top scorer. Asif Hamad Sufyan going early. Asif Khan for 2, Adnan for 13, and then the later half Shubo, Fawad Ali, Prithvi Machi, Bilal Mohammad all falling to the guile of Mehran Khan.
Well, 5 for 13. He's going to have this framed in his bedroom, let me tell you. Mehran Khan came in and completely broke the back of the Bousher Busters batting. 3 for 9 for Rafiullah in his 2 overs, pick of the bowlers, as both of them in their 4 overs gave away only 22 runs and took 8 wickets. That's been the high point of this bowling effort of Amerat Royals. Well, it was wickets galore for them, but it was Bousher Busters who began with some aggression. Rafiullah and Asif Khan decided to go big, and they were looking good until Asif Khan found the fielder at deep mid wicket. Rafiullah came in later. Of course, Rauf then decided to take things in his own hand and decided to play the big hits. But the moment Mehran Khan came into the act, it was wickets all the way for Amerat Royals as he finished with 5 wickets. That was wicket number 2. This time, not quite getting underneath it, and a very easy catch for Captain Karan Sonavle. Took 2 wickets in 1 over, and that set the tone for him.
Once Mehran broke the back of Bousher Busters, it was procession. Cheeky shot from Shubho Paul got them a few runs, but then he had to depart. A good leg before call. Mehran Khan continued, and then it was Rafiullah to finish the innings for them, picking up wickets. Some mighty hits, but they didn't go the distance. Good catching in the end for Amerat Royals. One in the deep and one on the ropes. This was absolute terrific all-round performance led by Mehran Khan. And what a great catch to finish the Bousher Busters inning.
So this means that Amerat Royals now have a very, very simple thing to do. They need to get 82 in 10 overs. We head into a short break, but when we come back, the reply.
From Kuwaiti players, Riyadh does well to restrict UAE for just a single.
We are back live from the Oman Cricket Academy. It's the second of the Super 4 games. Amerat Royals have put on a very fine bowling effort against the Bousher Busters. Bousher Busters batting first have just not been able to get the runs on the board. They got the starts. Abdul Rauf was the pick of the batsman, 36 of 22. Only 2 after that got into double figures as they crawled to 81 for 9 in their 10 overs.
It was Mehran Show all the way, picking up 5 for 13, and Rafiullah picking 3 for 19. Terrific bowling by both the bowlers, picking up 8 wickets between them and conceding only 22.
So this means when the openers of Amerat Royals, there you can see them on the screen, Pratik Atavale and Akshay Kumar Patel, take centre stage. They'll know that this could be a regulation win if they get on with a very good partnership at a brisk rate. Getting anything under 10 and over in a T10 contest should be a straightforward chase, Ashok.
Yes, it should be a cakewalk. Let's put it like that. Despite the strong bowling attack of Bousher Busters. And with the 2 batters in form, they have been in terrific form. Pratik in particular has been in a rampaging form, scoring 172 at a strike rate of 179. Pratik Atavale, one of the finds of the tournament, 8 sixes.
And a 50 as well to his credit. And at the other end, there's Akshay Kumar Patel, who's been pretty much the khiladi in this particular tournament. 213 the strike rate, 246 runs, 24 sixes. We are talking about teams not getting that far, and here single-handedly he's belted 24 sixes and he's got 250s in the process as well.
Absolutely, he has been in stunning form. A man on fire. And if he gets going, then it should be definitely a cakewalk for Amerat Royals. Bilal Mohammad picked up 6 wickets with an economy of 8.14. He's done well, and the key would be for him to pick up early wickets.
All set for the first ball. It's play being announced by the umpire. And immediately off the mark as well. Oh, that's a very ordinary effort. What was supposed to be a single ends up being 2 at the moment. So Amerat Royals are off the mark, and so is Pratik Atavale.
Yes, that's a very nice looking shot. Wanted to place the ball with the fielder fumbling, picked up 2 runs. So Pratik off to a good start.
Very quick this time around, just cramping him for room and space. Now Bilal can bring that on the table, but what they need right now is a breakthrough, quick wickets.
Definitely. Only if there are breakthroughs can Bousher Busters think of hope of giving a fight. Otherwise, it looks to be quite an easy target for Amerat Royals.
Bilal Shah has been amongst the wickets. He and Fawad Ali have been very fine new ball bowlers. Now 4 fielders, beg your pardon, 5 inside the 30-yard circle on the offside. There is a deep mid wicket in place for the right-handed batter in Akshay Kumar Patel. He can be very severe on the bowlers, let me tell you. And a sweeper cover as well. That almost carried to Shubhapal. That was not a pull, it was just a half-hearted push. And that bat and power in his forearms, Akshay Kumar can be very dangerous on the given day. Almost carried to Shubho.
Absolutely. A lucky reprieve in a way. A half-hearted shot, and had Shubhapal taken a start, it would have been a catch. Shubhapal failed to take the start, and that would have been the reason why he couldn't reach to the ball. Bilal a bit upset on that. Hit and a miss. Bilal bowling an offside line, bowls it wide.
Some late movement on that, very late outswing, And that's what we've seen under lights with that new ball. And I'm interested to see how Fawad Ali as well comes out towards the end, bowling in the corridor of uncertainty, that late hint of movement, drawing the batter forward. Very good delivery. Usually in a test match, you'll have 3 slips for it.
Quite true. That was a test match ball, getting that late swing. And it was interesting, as you said, Fawad Ali, when he brings the ball inside. This is taken on a full. A quick run, and this would have been close. Go through, but no run taken.
Hamad Ifraq there, the fielder. He had one stump to aim at. It would have been a very close call, and had it been a direct hit, you never know. Pratik Athavale could have been on his way back as well. Got the toe end of the bat. Didn't quite middle it, so the pace on the ball was slow. Ifraq, very close there.
Indeed, very close, but good running. Ensure that there are change of ends. Akshay back on strike. This is going down the leg side, and he has given it straight, and a sitter dropped.
Would you believe it? The best fielder in Bousher Busters puts that down, Ashok.
Of the best batsmen.
Of Amerat Royals, indeed. What a costly miss. Dramatic turn of events here. 1 over gone at 6 for no loss.
Quick. किधर से डाल रहे
So Akshay Patel surviving there. A simple catch being grasped by Shubho Paul, who has been excellent on the ground in the past matches. Fawad Ali picked up 9 wickets, one of the leading wicket takers. Has got an economy of 10.21. This is a good ball, but has been picked up well. Again, straight in the deep. Prithvi fumbles. And there are a few more runs.
And Fawad's not a happy man. No bowler likes to concede that extra run. Hamad Ifraq was involved in a very close run out in that last over.
This is how he survived. A nice ball. Didn't get the distance. And it was a very simple catch for Shubho Paul. Disappointment writ on his face. He knew he had it. That may be a very costly miss.
Oh, that's been picked up and that's been dispatched. Just watch the ball go. Oh, it was almost close to him. He was getting ready. He was readying himself for that moment where he would just take the catch and put it back into the ground. But Akshay gets that 6. Hamad Ifraq is having a terrible time there in the field.
Yes, indeed. It was well struck. Got the elevation, not the distance, and it was almost close to the fielder on the rope, Hamad Ifraq.
You drop Akshay, you pay the price. That's been picked up. Stand and deliver. Watch it sail into the stands. You don't drop Akshay Kumar, and once you drop him, then you become spectators in the field because he is going to punish you. Another power hit coming from his bat.
This was a very powerful hit. He got it in his slot, hit it straight. This is terrific hitting from Akshay.
In the slot, there's hardly any movement today for Fawad. And Akshay Kumar Patel tees off in fine style. So much of willow behind it.
14 already. This is a full toss and it's been dispatched to the boundary. Poor bowling from Fawad Ali.
And it's being indicated it's a waist height no ball. And this means it's a free hit on offer. And Akshay will say, thank you very much. This is my time to make merry in the middle. 2 6s, a 4 of a no ball. A free hit on offer. And Bousher Busters can forget about defending this target of 88 at the moment at least.
Absolutely true. Amerat Royals getting off to a flyer. 25 in just 9 deliveries. Akshay 20 of just 6. Pratik 4 of 4. Fawad Ali already conceding 19 in his 3 balls.
That's a wonderful delivery coming into the right-handed batter. What a comeback. Perfect left-arm seamer delivery, bringing it into the right-hander. Had there not been a free hit, he would have been up and appealing towards the umpire and running towards the wicket-keeper. Mujahid, they're signalling that it got the pad as well. Got right in front there.
I think he could have been declared out if it was not a free hit. A very beautiful ball coming in. Beautiful delivery. Can he follow it up with another one? This time it's a short, slow ball. Smart piece of bowling from Fawad Ali. After conceding 19, he has come up with 2 gem of a deliveries.
Oh yes, indeed. It's been a very long over. The pressure will always be on Fawad. It's still the power play. Remember, only 2 can be outside. One is at long off and one is at deep square leg. Pratik has taken his time today to get going. But it's Akshay once again given a life, and he'll ensure that he'll make the most of the reprieve as well.
Pratik to face Fawad's last ball of the over. This time he gets it in the slot, dispatches it straight to the fielder.
The fielding hasn't been very impressive today by the Bousher Busters. They've dropped their catches, 2 overs gone, 27 on the board.
Quick. Come on, boys. जल्दी
With a target of 82, a modest target, Amerat Royals off to a flyer. 27 of 2, Pratik on 5, Akshay on 20. Just 7 balls played. This time a swing and a miss. Bilal unlucky not to have picked up the wicket.
Pratik's trying to play across the line every now and then. He needs to play through the line. He needs to target the offside region. This was pitched on off and outside it, but he's trying to play that way towards the square leg region.
Typical cross bat. Not the best option when you have Bilal on the other end. Bowling at a good pace.
You don't need compact players in T10. They say you need impact players, Ashok.
Innovative, who can manufacture shots. This time is a better ball and he's bowled him. What a ball from Bilal. This is terrific bowling from Bilal. A peach of a delivery that got the wicket of Pratik.
Pratik was never comfortable against Bilal. He was struggling, and his struggles have come to an end after the timber has been disturbed. You miss, I hit. Again, playing across the line was all over this gap between bat and pad, and Pratik will have to depart for 5. First wicket falls for the Royals, 27 for 1 in the third.
चल
Local fans along with guests from Qatar Cricket Association, along with Mr. Naeem, of ITW Prodigy Productions. So visitors coming and enjoying a game of cricket. Skipper Karan Sonawale coming at the fall of Prateek. Scored 77 at a strike rate of 145. Has 8 sixes to his... This time a very good ball. He's on fire. Bilal bowling some very good deliveries. Wicket and 2 dot balls.
25 runs, 20 runs may have come off that last over. Fawad Ali. Bilal making up for all of it now. Dot ball, wicket, dot ball. There's movement, there's pace. And here completely beaten for pace. Playing all around it. Prateek Athavale. Bilal Shah is showing why he can be dangerous on his day. Oh, he's been picked up and pulled towards the mid-wicket reach. Again, it's been dropped and it's hit him on the chest. Shubhapal is in pain, but in the process, he's dropped that catch as well. And this time of Karan Sonawale, was he blinded by the lights? He may be suggesting that he lost the ball under lights, but he's also dropped Akshay. We've seen everything. Beg your pardon, Karan. We've seen so much happen over here.
Absolutely. What a shot. It was going with so much of power. He had hit it very hard and it went direct straight to Shubhapal. He came running in and I think that was the reason why he missed it. It came straight and it's hit him hard on his shoulders and on his ribs. Maybe the lights would have played a role there.
He's still showing it to everybody. The lights has been a problem despite the cap on. This time he's not got underneath this one. Fielder coming underneath should be taken. And a very comfortable catch here for Hamad Ifraq. Finally, Bilal Shah gets his man. Oh, it's a no ball indeed. We've seen everything happen over here. Absolute dramatics in the middle. Bilal Shah can only trudge back to his run-up with his head down as Akshay gets a life.
Another free hit, but Akshay possibly would have heard the no ball call and that's why he went for the shot. Nowhere on the line or the pitch of the ball. Goes high and a good catch, but in vain. He tried the run out because he knew it was a no ball.
All happening here in this over. Picks it this time, gets the toe end of the bat. This time it should be a catch, but it's a free hit on offer. What are we just witnessing over here, Ashok?
Yes, a bit of chaos. Wickets, catches being dropped, no balls being bowled, free hits not being utilized. Everything happening here. Bilal, the unlucky bowler. Akshay batting on 21. Amerat Royals 31 for 1. The last ball of the over coming up.
Once again in the air, it falls in no man's land. They steal a single. It's been in the air all through this over. Akshay has survived. Karan has survived. A catch of a no ball. We've seen everything panning out in this third over. And in all of it, Bilal Shah has been very unlucky. 3 overs gone. It's 32 for 1.
Bilal Mohammad picked up the only wicket, Prateek Athavale, but was unlucky not to have picked the other two. 32 for 1 in 3 overs.
Captain. -4.
Bilal Shah Mohammad 1 for 11. Could have easily been 2 to 3 wickets more, but it didn't really happen. Fawad Ali very costly this time around. 20 in its very first over as the Amerat Royals have moved down to 32 in the 3 overs.
New bowler. Right arm over.
Qatar Cricket Association dignitaries having a word with Mr. Vivek Chandra of ITW Prodigy Production.
That's the president of the Qatar Cricket Association, Mr. Abdul Aziz, Sheikh Abdul Aziz. That's Amir there as well, part of the Qatar Cricket Board.
Sufyan Mahmood, apologies, Right arm medium fast. This time he goes for a pull shot, connects it very well, and that's straight into the hands. Finally, his luck ends. Akshay has to depart. A good catch. Sufyan Mahmood, as usual, breaks the partnership. Hamad picking up a simple catch. Akshay has to depart. This one, bold shot, but he couldn't get the distance. Gives it straight into the hands of Hamad. So Akshay's innings comes to an end. 22 of 10, 2 sixes and a 4. Amerat Royals 32 for 2.
Thank you.
Rafiullah, the new batter, after the fall of Akshay, scored 49 but has got a terrific strike rate of 196. Would he be able to hit few of those sixes? He's already hit 3 in the tournament. This time a slow ball from Sufyan Mahmood. Foxes Rafiullah. The ball is in the air, and there was a chance of a run out, a very wide throw. Sid Mehta, the fielder.
Rafiullah, if he gets going, he can just finish things very fast. But there again, Sufyan, he has this habit, Ashok, as you were pointing out during the break, of picking up wickets, breaking partnerships. Once again, in his very first spell, in the very first ball, he gets the big wicket of Akshay Kumar.
Quite true, Mikhail. This time a short ball on the leg side. Rafiullah, all he can do is to just place it to the square leg. Just a single this time. Sid Mehta's throw much better than the previous one.
You can take a look at the boundary riders as well. Deep mid-wicket, long gone, deep square leg, only one inside the circle in the 30 yards. On the offside, 3 inside the 30 yards. Backward point, third man, and the conventional point region. And 1 at extra cover and at long off.
Again a slow ball. Much expected from Sufyan Mahmood. He does this quite often in his overs. Mixes the variations. This was a slow ball. Keeps the batter in check. Just a single. Amerat Royals 36 for 2. What's interesting in Sufyan's bowling is he's got a mix of slow variations. He bowls the slow one quite effectively. This time another slow ball. Rafiullah, very cautious, picks up a single.
Indeed. But how good an over this has been from Sufyan. The big wicket of Akshay and only 5 runs off it. And all of a sudden Amerat Royals will have to do some hard work to get to the target as well. They do have the depth in the batting, but they've heavily relied on their top order. Rafiullah has not been able to light up the stage. Karan has been on and off with the bat.
This time much better ball again. And a quick single. What we thought would have been an easy target for Amerat Royals. Bousher Busters making a good fight out of it. Amerat Royals 38 for 2 after 4.
Captain, minus 5 minutes.
Fawad Ali to continue. Conceded 20, a very expensive over. He would like to make amends here. Second over coming. Amerat Royals require 44 of 36. Getting interesting.
Looks to go big once again. Karan's not been able to middle the ball today. Oh, that's a misfield by Adnan. And they'll steal a single. Bousher Busters have themselves to blame. That's because they've just not been sharp in the field. They've lacked that spark and the intensity.
Yes, indeed. A very casual approach. 2 runs taken, where they could have been just a single. Karan would be hoping to emulate the opening teammates, Pratik and Akshay, who departed early. This time he goes for a big one and he has connected it very well. That's going into the stands. Quite a good hit. A 6. A convincing hit from Karan.
He was eyeing that region for a while. Fawad has not had the best of outings this evening. 4 wickets a few days back, and today he's already conceded a lot of runs. Amerat now need only 36 runs, but he got stuck underneath this one. It was at a very good length. It had a lot of height as well, and she kept sailing and sailing above the ropes. Sufyan, for a brief moment, thought he was in for a catch as well. But Fawad Ali was not happy with that effort in the deep. Just telling the fielder that there could have been a possibility for a catch as well. Picked up again, played towards the mid-wicket region. Shubhopal, the ball has followed him all evening. Another good over here for Amerat Royals. 35 needed in 33 now.
Yes, Amerat Royals moving closer to the victory. Need 35 of 33.
Thank you.
Fawad Ali bowls it on the leg stump. Rafiullah does it well. Plays it through the square leg. And this is going to be a run out. A very easy run out. There's total mix up there between Karan and Rafiullah. Both having a bit of an argument who is at fault. But that's a very easy run out dismissal. So Amerat Royals lose their 3rd wicket.
Absolute confusion in the middle. They've lost a wicket courtesy a run out mix up, and they're still trying to ascertain who will stay back and who will walk back. Good throw from the deep by Sufyan. One stood his ground, and this means that Rafiullah will need to depart. He is not happy with what has happened in the middle. He wanted that run. He wanted to stay and he wanted to take his team home. He departs once again after showing sparks of promise and belligerence in the middle. It's 47 for 2.
Amerat Royals in a bit of a bother. This is on down the leg side and it's been flicked for 4 runs.
And in the process, the 50 comes up for Amerat Royals in the 5th over. They've not got it easy. They've lost wickets, but Bousher Busters have dropped catches and have let go of chances. It's been a mixed bag of a situation here for the Royals, but Karan Sonavle has accepted this down the leg and flicked it towards the fine leg boundary.
A much needed boundary there for Amerat Royals. They were struggling for runs. Wickets not helping them. They lost 3 in the process. Last ball of Fawad Ali's over coming up. He's already conceded 34. Been very expensive. Amerat Royals required 30 of 31. Fawad Ali bowls a slower ball. Karan plays it. Gives a good punch.
Deft touch towards covers to end the fifth over. 29 needed in 35 gone. It's 53 for 3.
टेंशन ना ले, तू लेट नहीं होता, जल्दी जल्दी गाइस, जल्दी बॉलर रेडी है, कम ऑन।
Sufyan to continue. That's played towards short fine leg. They'll steal another single. Amerat Royals. They need 28 in 29. Just the right time to head across to Shefali Bagga, who's by the sidelines. She has a special guest with her.
गुड इवनिंग एवरीबॉडी, दिस इज शिफाली बग्गा, योर होस्ट एंड दोस्त। मेरे साथ प्रतीक अठावले हैं और बेहतरीन प्लेयर रहे हैं और इस टूर्नामेंट के वन ऑफ द बेस्ट स्कोरर हैं। कैसा जा रहा है आपके लिए टूर्नामेंट?
मेरे लिए बहुत अच्छा जा रहा है। फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आई वुड लाइक टू थैंक ओमान क्रिकेट कि उन्होंने हमारे लिए ये प्लेटफॉर्म दिया टू शोकेस आवर टैलेंट इन फ्रंट ऑफ वर्ल्ड। और ये जो D10 का फॉर्मेट है, जैसे मैं बैटिंग कर रहा हूँ, मैं कंपलसरी हिटिंग नहीं करता हूँ। मैं दो ओवर पावर प्ले रहता है, उसमें मेरे को ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा रन बनाने हैं और उसके हिसाब से टीम का स्टार्ट लगता है।
आपका हमने देखा आप अटैकिंग बैट्समैन हैं और आपकी टीम आप जिस तरीके से खेलते हैं उस पेस को फॉलो करती है। कितना डिफरेंस है D10 खेलना और जैसे कि आप 20 ओवर्स फॉर्मेट खेलते हैं उसमें?
20 ओवर फॉर्मेट्स में आपको पावर प्ले के 6 ओवर मिलते हैं, तो उसमें आपको टाइम मिलता है कि आप एक ओवर में रन नहीं आए तो दूसरे ओवर में आ सकते हैं। मगर ये T10 मतलब फास्ट गेम है, तो इसमें आपको अटैक करना ही है। जितने आप ज़्यादा रन आपको करने को मिलेगा उतना आपकी टीम के लिए बेनिफिट रहेगा।
राइट। ये टूर्नामेंट टेलीविजन पर ब्रॉडकास्ट हो रहा है और काफ़ी अच्छा एक्सपोजर भी है। कैसे देख रहे हैं आप इसे?
ये सब यंगस्टर के लिए एक अच्छा प्लेटफॉर्म है कि ओमान क्रिकेट ने जो यंगस्टर के लिए ये लाया है, इधर लाइव टूर्नामेंट है, वर्ल्ड में दिखा रहे, तो इससे प्लेयर की पहचान भी बढ़ती है। प्लेयर क्या करता है वो सबको समझता है
जी। काफ़ी एक्सपोजर भी मिला है, क्यों नहीं?
एक्सपोजर के बारे में यही कहना चाहूँगा कि अपना जो भी टैलेंट है हम लोग दिखा सकते हैं। जो एसोसिएट कंट्रीज में ज़्यादा क्रिकेट नहीं चलता था, उसके हिसाब से ये अभी जैसे चालू किया है उसके हिसाब से बहुत अच्छा है प्लेयर के लिए।
जी, थैंक यू सो मच, ऑल द वेरी बेस्ट फॉर योर नेक्स्ट गेम एंड जस्ट एंजॉय।
थैंक यू सो मच।
Thank you, Shefali. Pratik Atavale, one of the finest opening batters in the D10 for Amerat Royals, missed out today, but otherwise has had a huge impact in this tournament and he's happy to showcase his talent across the cricket globe.
Quite true. This time a slow ball and beaten. Sufyan Behmood, how often does he bowl those wonderful slow balls?
Oh yes, he's made an impact right away, Sufyan. He's walked in, taken the ball from the skipper and he's made a super impact, getting the big wicket as well of Akshay Kumar earlier. Though the equation is fairly simple in the T10 format, the pressure keeps climbing on you.
Yes, it's becoming interesting. 25 of 25. Going for a heave down the leg side, misses it completely. Karan Sonawale again kept quiet, and this is some terrific bowling from Sufyan Mahmood. End of over number 6, 57 for 3, Amerat Royals.
-7 minutes. चल quick. ठीक है? Come on guy, bowler ready. Come on, quick change. Alex Tom. Thank you. Quick change guys, quick change. Coming right arm over to you.
Amerat Royals require 25 of 24. Chase getting interesting here. Amerat Royals 57 for 3.
Well bowled. Good
Leg
start. Good
spinner
start.
in operation.
Good start, Asif bhai. Good Good bowling.
Asif
Good
Khan
bowling. Good bowling.
has made a huge impact with the bat. Can he do it with the leather now?
2 over
That'll-
मेडन चाहिए बस ज़्यादा नहीं.
Hardly seen him bowl in this competition, but he's got that first ball very well.
Good bowling. Easy,
Mehran
Mehdi,
Khan
easy,
plays
Mehdi,
it
easy. नहीं नहीं.
For a single,
नहीं.
Prithvi
ओए,
doing well
wait,
to cut
जल्दी
off
आ.
that ball going down.
जल्दी आ बैकअप पे.
So runs only trickling here. Asif doing well to just concede a single off his 2 balls.
If you actually look at that equation, they are 4 hits away from what
Yeah,
will be
udhar hi
another fine
jayegi.
victory for Amerat. But to get those 25 runs right now, they are being made to earn it. Look at that, taking the pace off it, getting the leg googly rather, just not allowing any width to the batter.
That's very good bowling from Asif.
Good bowling.
He's taking a cue from his
ठीक है, dot,
teammate
dot,
Sufyan
dot,
Mahmood,
dot,
who has been very
dot,
good
dot, guys.
so far. Mehran Khan excelled with the ball. Can he do it with his bat? This time he goes for a big one. Hits straight down the ground.
Bowling it.
They're looking for the second one, and they would complete it easily.
Shubhapal has not had a great day in the field.
Ball नीचे रह रहा है ना.
Amerat Royals just
Chance नहीं है
sensing
उधर का,
victory
उधर का.
at the moment. The equation in their favor. Bousher
बहुत
need
अंदर
wickets,
खड़ा है सूफी भाई. सूफी भाई
and they're up against 2 big hitters in the middle right now. Karan has hung around for 21 and 15.
नहीं यार.
Down the
उधर
ground
गया.
for a single towards long on. They're doing it in singles at the moment,
ठीक है,
Ashok.
ठीक है.
Very interesting.
Good bowling अच्छा कर रहे हो.
Asif giving a bit of a flight
इसके अगले 2
in the
ओवर बचे
delivery,
हैं, बस आप ये
asking
डालो.
the batters to hit, asking Karan and Mehran to hit, but they're not taking that. This time he connects it very well, and it sailed over the boundary.
छोड़
What
दिया
a
आपने,
hit!
और मुंह में भी आ गया.
Mehran Khan
हाँ वही तो.
They realized tossing it up was a problem. 7 gone at 68 for 3.
जल्दी जरा जल्दी करेगा भाई जल्दी. वहाँ थोड़ा सीधा रही. सीट थोड़ा बाहर है.
Amrat Royals require 14 of 18. Karan was the batter who hit the 6 of the last ball.
चल 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 भाई यार.
So Mehran would be facing the new bowler. It's Mehdi.
वो आपस में खेलते हैं.
Can you bowling?
Mehdi Hassan, left arm orthodox spinner, brought into the attack. Goes down the leg side and Mehran has flicked it. Is it racing towards the boundary? But Sid does well. He slips and then it's gone over for a boundary. This is absolutely comical. So 4 more runs. A nice flick. Sid did well to stop the ball, but then he slipped. And then in the process of saving the ball goes over the boundary. 4 more runs. Very good evening, Suhas. And this time again, Sid Mehta into action, but this time he saves.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ashok. Very good evening to everyone watching as well. 8 required of 16. This game well within the grasp of the men in orange. They can afford a few smiles. The swing and a miss.
Yes, Mehran looking for quick runs here. Wants to finish it off early. Mehdi doing well. Bowling it just outside the off stump. Mehdi nowhere in the line of the ball. Misses it completely.
This time slightly shorter and slower. Mehran was through with the shot. I think the idea over here is bowl slower than the batter expects it to. I think the wicket has also changed a little.
Finally the pitch is giving something to the spinners. This time he does well to get a bat on it. Just a single.
The quiet singles will do the trick as of now.
They need 7 of 13.
Or will Karan, who's batting so well, will go for a big shot of the last ball.
He would fancy his chance against a left armer.
Net run rate's also something they might be looking at. No, he's hit it straight to the fielder, but still will steal a single. 8 overs gone, 76 for 3.
चल चल जल्दी 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 जल्दी
Akshay Patel went early after 22. Pratik went cheaper for 5. Karan Sonawale not out on 28. Mehran on crease with 13. Next ball of the over, and this has been connected very well, and it's beaten the fielder for a boundary. Asif bowling the first ball of his second over, and that's been very well connected. So Amerat Royal just 2 runs away from a well-deserved victory.
Well deserved indeed. That is in his slot as well. Loves to play the stroke. Despite a diving fielder, the ball will race away to the fence and beyond. Karan moves on to 32 with just 2 runs required for victory over here. What an innings he's played. The anchor's role, staying there till the end, would have been discussed in the team meetings. And today he seems to have done that. Scores a level with that single.
Yes, this time it was a better delivery from Asif. Karan wanted to go big, but then checked his shot. Played it down the leg for a single. Just a single of 10 balls. Amerat Royals can heave a sigh of relief. They are much happier.
He's been an all-round performer for Bousher Busters. Asif, throughout the tournament. This was from the back of the hand. They're going for the single, and the single will be complete. Victory here for Amerat Royals. And by a very good margin. Lots to work on for Bousher Busters, as very soon they'll be up against another fantastic side, Kurun Thunders. They've got to go back to the drawing board. Karan, the captain, showing how it's done, playing the anchor's role and ensuring that he stays there till the end while knocking off all the runs required. This is one of the most special innings and tactically brilliant innings.
Yes, back-to-back games for Bousher Busters. They had not a very happy outing in this game against Amerat Royals. Amerat Royals did well initially to restrict them to 81. And then they raced to the victory for the loss of 3 wickets. So a handsome, comfortable victory for Amerat Royals.
The handshakes have started after a good game, a hard-fought game. This is always wonderful to watch. You play with a lot of intensity against each other. And there's a bit of camaraderie there as well. Not just a handshake, but he gets a couple of punches as well. Amerat Royal, this is how their batting panned out. Akshay Patel getting a beautiful start. 22 of 10 before his innings was cut short by Sufyan. Pratik Thavle went for 5 today. Karan Sonawale, 33 of 19, was a game changer for Amerat Royals. Rafiullah departed early. Mehran Khan stayed there till the end.
Not many wickets to fall. Bilal Ahmed, 1 for 11. Sufyan Mahmood breaking the partnership, 1 for 10. And 1 a run out. 82 for 3. So they started off well. Akshay and Pradeep giving them a good start. They are in top form, going for big hits, getting it connected, and this was a ball, good ball, and this time Pratik was caught. Early dismissal, but that didn't stop Akshay to continue with his run fest. Good running between the wickets, but then there were some drop catches, and here's a throw from Sufyan. This time goes for a big one, connects it very well, so sixes did continue. to come off the bat of the Amerat Royal batters. Some misses, and then finally a comfortable victory for Amerat Royals. Bousher Busters would be getting ready for the second gum.
Match summary: Bousher Busters 81 for 9 in their allotted 10. Abdul Rauf's 36 was very valiant indeed. Adnan Solheri was struggling a little today, and that might have been the difference between 81 and 100. You never know. Mehran Khan picked up a 5 for Amerat Royals and has a game to never forget. Rafiullah picked up 3, unreal figures of 3 for 9, and Hamilton Dale, as always, amongst the wickets. Amerat Royals, in reply with a bat in hand, 82 for 3 as they romp home in just 8.3 overs. Karan Sonavle, the captain, staying there unconquered on 33 of 19. Akshay Patel's 22 provided impetus up top. Amerat Royals pick up a victory here, and that too by a margin of 7 wickets. We'll dive into a short break, and on the other side, we'll have the post-match presentation with Mikhail Vaswani.
Amerat Royals have put on a very strong performance in this game of the Super Fours and secured those 2 points. Remember, in the Super Fours, 1 and 2 played the finals and they've got everything right in this game. Bousher Busters, batting first, managed only 81 for 9. It's been a bowling performance that the Amerat Royals put out that broke the back of the Bousher Busters. And in the chase, 82 for 3, which meant by 7 wickets, Amerat Royals secured this win. Today's man of the match is only because of that bowling performance he put across. Hello and good evening, and welcome to joining us for this presentation. In the presentation, we have with us Freddie, who will be giving away the medallion and the gift hamper as well to a very fine bowling effort from Mehran Khan. He's been adjudged the player of the match. 5 for 13 for him in his 2 overs, 3 wickets in 1 over, and he practically sealed the deal as well for Amerat Royals. A medallion and a gift hamper from Oud Abna as well. That will cap off a day of goodies as well. पिछले दिन जब हम मिले थे आपने 30 रन दिए थे एक ओवर में, बोल रहे थे बात मत कीजिए उसके बारे में. आज तो हम बात कर सकते हैं आपकी बॉलिंग के बारे में.
बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम. मिकेल भाई, उस मैच के बाद जो है ना मैं सोच में आ गया था कि इस T10 में अभी बॉल किधर करूं, क्योंकि उसके बाद सारा आदमी बोल रहा था कि यार आप जो है ना योकर पे तो फुल टॉस हो रहा है. तो बोला हाँ होता है, लेकिन वो जो 3-4 चक्के लगे उसके बाद मोरल बिल्कुल डाउन हो गया था. वो कमबैक के लिए मैं सोच रहा था कि मैं एक मैच चाहिए. तो अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह आज जो परफॉर्मेंस हुई तो कमबैक हो गया है. अब पता लगा किधर बॉल करने का, इंशाल्लाह आगे मैचों में अच्छा होगा.
क्या बॉलर के लिए एक चांस होता है T10 में? आज हमने देखा 5 विकेट्स, फर्स्ट एवर टू डू सो. आपने रिकॉर्ड बनाया D10 में, आप पहले बॉलर हो जिसने 5 विकेट लिया. आपको पता है वो?
नहीं, मुझे पता नहीं था. थैंक यू मिकेल भाई आपको बताने का. नहीं, इसमें कुछ चांस नहीं है. आपको बस मेरा आज जो प्लान था वही था कि मुझे डॉट ही करने का है. बट बैट्समैन ने भी कुछ गलतियाँ की, उसने मुझे शॉट मारने की. बट मैंने जगह पे बॉलिंग की और एक ही था कि बस डॉट करने का, क्योंकि लास्ट जो मैच हुआ था उसमें क्या था, उसमें बहुत मार पड़ी थी.
कुछ भी हो सकता है इस फॉर्मेट में.
कुछ भी हो सकता है, कुछ भी हो सकता है.
वेल डन मेहरान, कांग्रेचुलेशंस. एक और मैच है आपको लेटर इन द डे. ऑल द वेरी बेस्ट फॉर दैट.
थैंक यू सर मिकेल.
That is player of the match, Mehran Khan, 5 for 13. We'll head into a short break, but we have another match lined up later in the evening. Bousher Busters playing their second game of the day against the Kurum Thunder. Stay tuned, don't go anywhere.